This is the question I have received a lot of times in my comment section. Also, many of the people like asking same question, like from where to start, we don't know. So, from my point of view, like you should always start with listening the basic stories, basic content. For example, the cartoon kids channel. Personally, I used to watch a Tia Tofu story channel. It was like very basic English with picturization, so it's not really very difficult to understand once you're watching the screen actually. Because
So
if
how are
you,
you?
I'm perfectly fine. How are you?
Also, I'm fine. Yeah. So thank you for coming because I actually a lot of times and you finally found the time and you are giving the time. So that's it's also thanks for this also. I can say.
Yeah, no issue.
Yeah. So I think today I want to actually ask you a lot of questions regarding English speaking. So just you have to give me answer because I have seen in your channel that you a lot of times you have spoken about like English speaking, how we can develop English speaking, and how the way we can have the great command over this language because it is not a rocket science that we think generally. So that's why I think also that it is not like a big deal. So we can do it in a proper way. If we have proper time management and all these things, then we can do it. So I would like to ask you first question that as a beginner, if anyone is starting their English conversation journey, so how they can start, from where they can start? Yes.
Actually, this is the question I have received a lot of times in my comment section. Also, many of the people like asking same question, like from where to start, we don't know. So, from my point of view, like you should always start with listening the basic stories, basic content. For example, the cartoon kids channel. Personally, I used to watch a Tia Tofu story channel. It was like very basic English with picturization, so it's not really very difficult to understand once you're watching the screen actually. Because if you will not even understand by the readings, by the speaking, you can understand the things by their gestures, right? So this is the thing, you should start doing it initially. After some time, after some few months, I can say, after a few months of good listening, then you should start practicing. You should practicing means, it does not mean that you should start speaking in front of everyone. You can do it practice by yourself, like self talking, which is very important during learning process. Also, you can you can take help few applications like I did. I used to talk a lot on Ace Fluency. I've got 25 minutes daily talk time, and this is how I have learned this language. Otherwise, like 2 years ago, I could not even speak a single line. So how is it possible? It's all because of good listening and then practice speaking. Yeah.
Okay. That means, according to you, you are saying that first thing we should start with listening because listening is playing very vital role, right? Because first things we need to understand that what is spoken in that videos, what is spoken in that surroundings. Then we can start with that. Then we can move ahead and we can actually do all these things like speaking and like learning some reading books because this is also the part of that. So in this way we
Yes.
can start, right? Hmm.
Yes. Right. You're right.
That's really amazing. So my next question is that a lot of people are telling that how to develop a good environment of English speaking because I also feel that English environment is one of the like a key thing that is helping us to develop a good command over this language. So how do you think that how we can make a good environment of English speaking because people are actually studying from a lot of people are coming from non-English medium background, lot of people are not in that job where all these people are speaking in English, so how they can make the good environment according to you
See,
artificially?
from
Yes.
if I talk about myself, obviously I was also not into the environment of English. I am also from Hindi background. I've studied till my graduation in Hindi medium. So also my English was really weak. I have heard many people who studied in government schools, but their writing skills are like amazing. They are really good with grammar. But the only problem with them is communication and speaking. That's only because of hesitation. But in my case, I was not even good at writing. It means that there is the problem in my base actually. My base was not even clear. So what I did, how I create my surroundings, I started listening the more the content more. Second thing, I got the benefit that I have a kid, and when he was like 2 years old, I started talking to him the whole day. Whenever I'm talking to him, I always try to communicate with him in English, like small sentences. Mitansh, please turn on the fan, turn on the TV. Like, this is how I practice with him. After that, we both started watching short videos, like daily used sentences. I have this habit to watch a lot of videos during my learning. Because obviously, see, in my family, my husband is there, my mother-in-law is there. Nobody is going to speak with me because he's in the office all day. And my mother-in-law is Bengali, so she's not supposed to speak in English, but however, she can manage. When I started speaking with my kids, my mother-in-law also started speaking a little bit, like short sentences or something, and she can speak now. So this is how I create my surroundings in English. Also, whenever I step out of my house, I never teach my kid to speak in Hindi. I always ask him, even if you're talking outside, me and my kid, you have to speak in English. I don't care what others are thinking about this. I know many people think that they're doing show off or something because people relate this language with show off actually, but it actually not. I don't want to break the practice, even if we are at outside. Otherwise, what will happen? My kid will be speaking English at home, and whenever we will go out, he will start speaking Hindi. So this is what I don't want to teach him. I just want him to be with this language. It's not like you have to speak English at home, and when you will go out, you have to talk to like in Hindi. So this is
Mhm.
how I create my own environment, self-speaking. I talk to myself a lot whenever I am lying on the bed. I will just keep thinking in English. I made up stories in my mind, like any story if I'm remembering in Hindi, I just quickly like start thinking in English. So this is how I create my own surroundings, my own environment, you can say, and this is how I have learned.
Definitely, that you mentioned that every time we have to make sure that wherever we are going, at least if we do not have anyone, so self-talk is very important. That also I have seen that many people are talking about self-talk because how important it is playing in our like English communication journey. Because the moment you started speaking with your own, that time you will realize that yes, if there is a lot of mistakes, but no one is going to judge you on that mistake. Definitely, and that is very helpful for like having a self-talk at any time because self-talk doesn't require any other person to force you and to have you or with you to speak English, right? So I think it is also one of the like a key method of speaking English also.
Yes,
Definitely.
also nobody is going to judge you that whatever you are speaking, you know. And you know what? The better you can judge yourself, no one else can judge you because you know internally that what are the mistakes you are making. So this is how you learn better way. Also, one more thing I would like to prefer while learning English, you should also record yourself to check your progress actually. Once you will record yourself, you can watch like your picture or your speaking yourself, you will feel motivated. You will feel that okay, I can speak. Many people have this nervousness, hesitation that I could not speak English. But once they will record themselves and they will watch themselves speaking English, they will feel confidence actually. So this is a good method. You should always record yourself, and you can track your progress like this.
Exactly, exactly. Recording actually gives us the opportunity to check whether what kind of improvement we got from the previous time.
Yes.
Because always, I think the main problem is within us that we always compares with others, and that's how we are destroying our communication skill. Because we should always compare to ourselves, like how I was
Yes.
and how I am. This is the thing I think always actually give you motivation because when you actually if you are consistent, if you are practicing daily, then definitely you are going to see changes within you, and that small changes can actually motivate you to do the further practice, right? But we what we do is just we check other people's improvement is far better than us
Yes.
and we stop learning this language anything else. So that's how we are actually destroying. So I think we should not do it, and that's
Yeah, we should always compare ourselves with us only. That's the good method. If we will compare with others, we will always feel demotivated because we are going to compare with the higher person. We will never going to compare with the person who is like lower in anything. So it would always be better not to compare with anyone. Just check your own progress. For example, I've got a lots of comment on daily basis that ma'am, I have seen your previous video, the first video you have uploaded on YouTube, and now there is a huge change in your speaking. So I feel like that I did something, at least whatever I am doing, they are like I'm getting benefit. I'm getting improved by this. So my method, whatever I'm following is like in a progressive way, and it's good. Nothing is wrong with me. So I'm happy about it.
exactly, exactly. Because we should always check our progress that what we was and what we are. Even also like people, I have seen also your videos, first videos also I've seen, and was like amazing videos also that you make for people those who are really want to learn. Because first things comes that we should have a strong desire so that we can learn this language in a well manner. I think desire is most important.
Yes, yes, yes. If you want to do something, then only you will be able to do that thing. If you don't want it, then how will you be able to do it? This is as simple as that. Yeah, dedication and passion is almost like always there.
Exactly. So like and now I was keep on asking you a lot of questions. So if you have any questions, so you can also ask me. So I'll be happy also. Yeah.
I just want to know a little bit about you because I really did not know anything, and still we are
Oh,
talking. Yeah.
yes. So actually, my name is Raj, and right now I'm also a student. So I'm learning this language since last like I think more than 1 year it's going on. So I'm learning this, and if I talk about that from which medium I am coming, so I am also coming from non-English medium. It's a Bengali medium, so I'm coming from that. Yeah.
Okay. Are you Bengali?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
Bengali.
okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So where
yeah.
do you live?
Actually, you can say it is very close to Kolkata, means Howrah I am living.
Oh, that's nice. So presently you are in Havra.
Yes, yes. Presently, I'm in Howrah. So just whenever I have to go to Kolkata, just take buses, and it will just take I think 30 minutes to reach Kolkata. Yes.
Okay, okay, nice. Okay.
Hmm.
And how long have you been on YouTube?
I think not very I think 3 months ago I started this journey of like a YouTube journey, and from that I had it actually from my childhood. I had a desire to speak English, and I had always kept in my mind that definitely one day, definitely I will be speaking somewhere in social media. So in English, that's why I started this channel of English speaking, like English improvement and motivation. So everything is in English. So just that desire basis of that I'm doing this.
Okay, and you're speaking quite well. The like you're speaking like a professional. There is nothing I found like you're a beginner or you're learning. It seems like that you're perfect with this language. You know how to express your feelings or everything in English. Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you for that also. Yeah.
So what is your next question? Is there any other question left or we have done?
Okay. Just that one question also. Like I have that is also in your description box or somewhere you mentioned that you are a law student, right? Yes.
Not a law student. I am lawyer now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
You are
have
a law.
completed.
You are a
Yes.
lawyer. So just it's apart from English speaking. It is the question for my like improvement because I have one subject called as company law. Okay, in my subject. So how to study that? Because sometimes I find it very difficult to study law. Like other subjects is okay, like other all these subjects, but in law I have some difficulties. One subject is there that is called as company law, industrial law, something like that. So how to study that as a law kind of things? How to remember and these things? Just can you any
Um,
tips?
if you ask me, I feel the law is very easy. I don't know why you're finding it difficult, and the company law is one of the easiest law. In which year you are right now?
I actually done my graduation. Right now I'm doing costing. So costing course I am doing. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. See, for me, I never relate law to the subject or theory. I always look into that in a professional manner and a practical manner because this is something we follow, right? So if you will understand like the concept behind everything, you will be able to because your English is quite good. You can express your own views on particular that topic. So don't need to learn it. You don't need to find difficult. Just Google it. I studied like my final year from the YouTube only because there are so many good tutors available on YouTube. They will tell you very specifically precise answer and you will be able to recall that same at the time of your examination. So I always take the help of this YouTube in each and everything. So yeah, you can also do this.
Yes, and like yes, many people tell that like in law we have to recall all these provisions, all these sections. Is it the right thing that all these things are to be good and perfect? Then only we can get the marks or something
No,
like.
no, practically it's not at all possible. You cannot learn the whole section. It's like there are so many law books and you're not going to recall everything. So what you can do is, but for examination point of view, sometimes you have to recall them. But you know already, while teaching process, you will get to know the which are the sections which are really important and you should always, remember them. But you don't need to learn whole book, whole sections because it's not really required in the practical way. by working in particular field, you will automatically get to know and you will automatically habitual of those sections. For example, I'm dealing in IPR, so I know the few sections from IPR. If I'll work in criminal, I will automatically know like what is 498, what is 382, what is I automatically because of working, because of our practical experience. And all the lawyers kept keep how to say I don't know keep so many books in their office. The reason is only like whenever the case comes they study the particular case in that particular book. They will check the sections, what is the um, written under that section. So they also learn at the same time. There are very few lawyers who learn everything. No, I don't think that there is any one lawyer who can learn all the books or all the sections. It's not
Exactly.
even required.
Exactly, because they studied at some point of time. That's why they know where this section is written and they are just finding on the books and they are just doing it. Right. So
Yes.
also I'm thinking the same things like how can it possible? So even also a lot of I asked and definitely I got my answer also. So I have done with my all these questions that I had in my mind. So I have done. And definitely, I hope that in this video, lot those people who will be watching, they will be getting benefit for their English speaking journey also because you shared all these things about environment listening. So that is really amazing. Also, I can say.
Yeah, one thing I also wanted to say to the people who are watching me right now, that you should always be motivated by learning your English journey because many a time it happens that you're started and after a month or two start judging yourself. Okay, it's been 2 months and I did not even start speaking. Don't judge yourself like so frequently. It will take time. Just be passionate about it. If you are serious, you have this desire that you want to speak English, nobody can stop you. And don't make yourself barrier in your life. Don't stop learning just after 2 months. Do it regularly. Consistency is also always important, not only for learning English, for everything. If you are consistent, for example, for YouTube, you have started 3 months ago. If you will not get subscriber, you're not getting views, you feel demotivated. So don't shut the channel. Just keep it going on, and 110%, if you're doing something, you will surely get something. Maybe it takes time, but it will surely happen one day. So don't feel demotivated. Don't give up, actually, I want to say.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. I will try to do that. And also this message that you have sent, also a lot of people will get benefit out of it also. Those who want to learn this language, because this language is not a rocket science also you mentioned. So yeah,
Yes,
definitely. Yes.
it takes time. Okay,
Yeah.
then. Bye bye.
Yes,
It's
yes. But
nice talking to you.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Nice talk. Okay.